Everyone, Michael Doty with Microfocus Solutions Architect here again to show you more about StormRunner Functional. And today we're going to specifically focus on the integration with StormRunner Functional UFT, how we get that configured so we can remotely execute our test against the digital lab that's being hosted for you by StormRunner Functional. So let's take a quick look into this. And all I have to do is, once I'm inside of my tenant, go into the settings section. And then there's going to be this remote access tab here. Click on the remote access, and it's really just this simple. Generate new, and what this generate new is going to do is generate a new client secret and ID for us that we're going to use and plug in these credentials into UFT. So I'll give it just a logical name. The type, I'm going to choose execution because this is for remote execution. We saw the other one said tunnel. The tunnel option is what allows us to create the client secret and ID from StormRunner Functional, and we'll use those credentials to be able to connect to applications that are sitting behind the firewall, because of course we want to be able to test those as well for our functional testing. And so that's another video that I'll save for later. For now we'll just choose execution. I'm not going to give this one a description, and then generate. So now we're going to have the client ID and secret provided by StormRunner Functional. I can go ahead and take note of these, copy these down, because this is what I'm going to need to put into UFT to make that connection. Once I close that, we've got all of our remote access names here, and then we've got the IDs. Now we can choose to trash these if we want to, and no problem. So we see I've got a redundant one there, but let's hop over into UFT and get that configuration going. For those of you familiar with UFT, all we have to do is go into the Tools tab, go into Options, and with the release of version 14.01, you have to have version 14.01 in order to be able to leverage the remote execution or integration with StormRunner Functional. You'll see in the GUI testing tab, StormRunner Functional, and then all we have to do is put in the URL, the server address inside of here of our tenant, and then the client ID and secret that was provided by StormRunner Functional when we just created those in our settings. We can also configure the proxy settings within here, and then we've got this test connection button to make it easier for you to make sure that that connection exists. No problem. Green, we're good to go. And that's really it. So once we've made that connection, you'll notice something new within UFT. We'll see in the web section, instead of the local browser that's dependent on the environments that are installed locally or in our on-prem test lab, we'll have the ability to use Microfocus SRF StormRunner Functional. And then this is what's new down here, is now we've got access to the operating systems, the Windows 7, 8, 10, Ubuntu, as well as Mac OS, and then the browser types, Chrome, Firefox, Safari, IE, the latest, even beta versions as well, and even resolution types that we can choose from, because those can always be important to test and make sure the application is functioning as we need on all resolution types. Wait, there's more. So if we go into the mobile tab, we'll also notice that not only do we have access to the digital lab for all the web browsers and the operating system types and resolutions, but we've also got access to the mobile devices that are being hosted by StormRunner Functional. We just click on this, and now we'll be able to choose which type of device that we want, the version, as well as being able to configure what we want to do with the application. We can choose based off the script to start straight from the application for our testing, or maybe we want to start from the home screen and then go into the application. Maybe we want to uninstall or install it. A lot of different options here, but this is all readily available from you here, and so we're integrating both the web and mobile lab from StormRunner Functional within UFT. I'm going to save the rest as far as actually seeing a test run in StormRunner Functional for the next video, but that's how you get up and running to get everything connected. So go ahead and set that up, and I'll see you in the next video.